Hey everybody, and welcome back. I finally beat the ruins, and now we are moving on to the first vulture, Neki. Uh-oh, spoiler alert for a 22-year-old game. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, oh my gosh, I am so grateful to be here. I spent two flippin' hours getting here. It's nice to move on, and I'm sure you guys are going to be glad too. So, yep. And I'm gonna make sure I save because also it didn't. It also extended my playtime by forgetting to save too, so I constantly had to go through. Oh, so annoying. I would get far and then all of a sudden I would die, and then I'd be back to where we left off. But now I remember, as my old beginning computers teacher said to me in middle school, saving often. She's right. So now we're in the vulture. Now we're in the vulture land. The vulture of the valleys, the valley of the vultures. I'm not dyslexic. Wait, is that dyslexia? It's like you reverse your words. So I know like dyslexia, like they jumble up their words when they write. But do they jumble up their words when they talk? I guess I never know. I guess I have to ask someone who's dyslexic. Hey, anybody in the comment section, if you're dyslexic, tell me if you actually jumble up the words, or if when people jumble up their words and say, "Oh, dyslexia," they're just being rude. I guess. Thanks. So yeah, dang it, always seems to happen. I had something really cool to say, but it just like the train, the train kept rolling. Didn't park at the station. No one got on, so we're just waiting again. And I am hoping to beat this world in one shot, but not gonna count on it. My top, my maximum parts for this series, I guess, is 20. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I figure after 20, no matter what world I'm on, I'm just gonna stop. Unless people are really watching and enjoying it, and then I'll keep going. Yeah. So it was so exciting yesterday when I was walking down by the creek at my house, and I happened to see a bunch of snapping turtles. Actually, sorry, it was more of a pond. That it was pretty exciting to actually see some snapping turtles. It did deter me from going in, although I don't think the snapping turtles. I do believe if I got in their face, they would get in mine. Be kind of I'll leave you alone, you leave me alone policy. But I'm still glad I didn't go in because I think also leeches too, so gross. However, yeah, that'd just be pretty disgusting. I'd probably also get frostbite because it's like 20, 40 degrees in upstate New York right now. So yeah, wouldn't want to do that, man. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited I did that level. I don't recall ever doing it, but it doesn't mean I didn't back when I was younger. 22 years is a long way away. Personality goes a long way. But so yeah. Oh my gosh, did you guys know that I saw Pulp Fiction when it first came out? That's ridiculous. I was like 7. I shouldn't have been allowed to see that. I guess to be fair, it pretty much went over my head. As far as I know, for all I know, seeing that movie could have subconsciously messed me up subconsciously messed me up, and then was responsible for some of my more little unhinged acts as I got older. But I doubt it, because I just doubt it. 'Cause I don't recall ever you know, random profanities and stuff. I don't recall ever quoting anything, it rubbing off on me in that sort of sense. But it could have very much sowed a seed of violence inside of me. But I doubt it. Ooh, Treetop Town. This is cool. This honestly reminds me of Star Wars a little bit. The Ewok Village, roughly. But oh my gosh, another tricky hand-eye coordination growing level. Cool, these barrels, man. I don't recall. I'll be frank here. I guess I'll be garbage, really. I did not. I did not beat this game as a kid. My brother did, but I had never actually gone through the whole entire game and beaten K. Rool. I don't recall how far I got, but I know I'd never. I didn't beat a lot of my childhood favorites. I remember enjoying them and playing them, but never beating them. I think even later on in my life, when I was older, and I rediscovered Earthbound and Chrono Trigger later on, probably about 7, 8 years after they came out. I still didn't beat those until about 10, 7 years after the fact. So yeah, as much as a part of me goes, oh yeah, real expert and stuff. It's like, I think I was good, but I never finished a game, whether that was, whoops, overshot. Thought that was a bonus. I think there is a bonus level there, but I must have overshot it. I always knew that was good, but I guess I just never had a lot of drive. So, never finished anything. Kind of like that Jimmy Neutron villain. You're the doctor that never finishes everything. It never finishes anything. Easily defeatable. So, basically, now that I've been replaying games, I've been going back and beating a lot of things that I realized I hadn't in my childhood. I beat Earthbound about, yeah, when did I do that? The beginning of this year. For the first time, I think. And to be honest, I still haven't beaten. No, actually, I do believe I beat Chrono Trigger back in the day, my day of first discovering it. Or maybe I just had someone else do it and got my way to Lavos. That's what I did for Ocarina of Time. I had someone else beat it for me. And I remember watching it thinking, oh, this is so cool, this is so cool. And you know what? I have never beaten the Desert Temple, the Gerudo Palace. I have not beaten that. Never gone back to beat Ocarina of Time all the way through. Again, kind of skeeted and cheated. I do believe on that first playthrough, I had my friend do the Desert Temple, and then I beat Ganon, and I beat Ganon's lair, etc. But I never beat it the whole way through. That should probably be on my bucket list. But anyways, Chrono Trigger, I do believe I beat without any assistance, and I was gonna go off on something. Oh yeah. I do remember discovering that game for the first time in Winco when I was like, the game had been out for a while. I don't think I was quite 12. I think I was like, no, I guess I was about 12, 11, maybe 10 at the youngest. And Winco Foods, they had video rental stores at the time. They don't anymore. It's kind of sad. I look there now. It's just like a duty-free like booze trade shop area of the store. I'm just like, oh man, where are the Super Nintendos? I remember I discovered Earthbound, Harvest Moon, and Chrono Trigger. And I think Lufia 2 and Breath of Fire 1 and 2. Man, those are great. Those truly are great games. And those have really been my favorites ever since. I know, really though, it's not a huge revelation to say I really, really liked Earthbound, and I really, really liked, just all the classics. Everyone likes those games for the most part. I've heard of some haters. I know some people that don't like Mario 64 purely because it doesn't look good this current juncture. I'm like, okay, well, did you like it as a kid? Like, oh yeah, it was fun and cool, I guess. It made me kind of sick and dizzy. And I'm like, okay, that's sensible. Like, the camera was a little bit. It was a brand new game, but I think for the time, it holds up pretty well today as a playable game. And for the time, whoops, sorry. Got way too into what I was saying. Forgot to click the button. For the time, it was just a very well done 3D. 3D, those kind of games were very in their infancy. And so Nintendo really pulled out all the stops and made a very an exceptional 3D game that was just immersive, uh, very easy to control, a difficulty level that was great for beginners and intermediates and mediums. Just a very well-rounded game, an instant classic. I don't think it may have been there may have been some games before, and we're discounting like the offshoot games or games where Nintendo had licensed out to another company, but first-party Nintendo Mario games were just solid, so solid, until I think Super Mario Sunshine for some reason, which playing that game today, I'm like, I don't see the hate. That's also just a very much a continuation of the Mario 64 spirit. I think at the time it was just too cartoony, I guess, and too bright, too happy. They kind of wanted something darker and grittier. They were maybe hoping for Luigi's Mansion 2, something darker for Mario, because I do believe Luigi's Mansion, while also kind of only, I feel like game was only controversial or disliked because it wasn't Mario leading the show. And so they wanted Mario to be like, do the dark, spooky paranormal trips. And he didn't. He goes to a tropical island, cleans it up. People were just like, really? Did Greenpeace sponsor this and stuff like that? But again, after the storm, I suppose it's a great game. I enjoy it very much. So I don't think that's necessarily a universal stinker, which people could still hold to this day as one that's just not very good. And yeah, all the unlicensed games, like a lot of the educational games, well, they're even kind of weird and hard to play. Like, I don't even know if I'd have my little cousin, dang it, talking, but whatever. It's more important, I suppose. I wouldn't even have my little cousin, like little baby cousins and nieces and nephews play those games. They're still so wonky and weird. The voices would freak them out. So, and then the Mario is missing games also just edutainment can be a very good medium when you balance good gameplay with good education. And I think, oops, I overshot again. Jeez. I think Mavis Beacon did a very good job of that. I do think there's some haters for that one too, because again, just typey, boring, and maybe it's the MS-DOS version and the Windows version better, or vice versa. I'm not 100% sure, but the music, man, just so grinding techno. Lou Reed would be proud of it. Sheet music reference. So, but and maybe the gameplay was a little wonky or what have you. Again, I liked it. I remember it taught me how to type. I was a faster, better, stronger. Oh man. Sorry guys, this is another bugaboo level. I can tell that this is just gonna be. Again, like I said, I'm hoping to finish in 20 parts, but I am not counting on it. Wait, no, what am I saying? I'm not counting on this. I'm not counting on me finishing this world in this playthrough. Might just go for double parter. I'm not sure. It depends on how good I do. So we'll see. Yeah, I feel so out of touch, and I feel so out of touch with modern gaming these days. I swear, I promise, I'm not making it up. I don't really know what's popular or what's good. If you guys could recommend some modern games for me to try out, that'd be really cool. I think I'm a little, not that much out of date. You know, it's so funny that I think like out of date could mean like 6 months, 4 months, 2 months behind. That's grandpa status in this day and age. Maybe. But like Splatoon, I hear that's a good one. Bloodborne, I guess. I don't know. I heard the new Civilization 6 came out, but that doesn't seem to count to me. That's just a continuation of an already established series, and that's not something that people would particularly be like, oh yeah, this new thing. You'd be like, oh yeah, the new Civ 6 is cool, and I'm sure it is. Well, I did get Stardew Valley. That's really cool and rad. I feel like that's a fuller. It makes Harvest Moon look like a demo. I love how you can do way more. I love the mining. I love the expanded marriage. more girls, and you can even marry a dude if you're a dude, or a girl if you're a girl. Way to be progressive. I think Chucklefish made that. Yeah, Chucklefish, and I forget the other company. Way to be progressive, guys. Neat. Uh, I love how you can eat more food, go to more saloons, enter more buildings, play some arcade games. Really, just live. You can go out to the desert and forage and gamble. I love how it's not just your yay. It's not just your farm and a tiny town square. It's your farm, a big wilderness, a pretty deep mine. I think it goes to like 100 plus levels. A mine, a pretty decent sized town with more stuff to do than Harvest Moon. Probably like 3 or 4, maybe 5 more buildings. And we're talking about Super Nintendo Harvest Moon, and even Harvest Moon 64, and some of the more earlier incarnations that I stopped playing Harvest Moon around the PS2, which I believe was not It's a Wonderful Life, but I forget the name of it. But it was a PS2 one. Is about when I stopped. But yeah, in Stardew Valley, you can go to the forest. You can, oh my gosh, you can fight for your local. You can try and drive the big box out of your town. So cool. There's like a Walmart parody that moves into town and is trying to run the local grocer out of town, and you can either sign up with them, become a member of their like member of their benefits program, and essentially doom your town and shut down the burnt out community center, which will get turned into a warehouse, which will help you become a better farmer. But it's essentially like, you know, shame. You're pretty much a selfish capitalist pig if you become, a Walmart lackey and allow Walmart to help you flourish as a farmer. And so basically, what you can do instead is collect everything the natural way and shop local and complete. There's little bundles and collectibles inside the community center that if you collect them all, you close down the Walmart clone. it's it's kind of cool. It's almost like communist socialist. I don't know. I'm not 100%. I would never claim to know what true socialism and or communism is. I just don't particularly think in their most pure form like they're this evil thing. Like so many people are just like, ew, what are you, a commie, man? Like communism and socialism, you pretty much use those buzzwords as scary evil things. America runs on consumerism, and I can respect that in a way, but there's like a darker, less twisted way to do it, and I think so many times in this country we're selfish about it. I will step on over you. I will step over and on you to get what I want. We do that a lot. It's sad. I definitely would be lying if I said consciously or subconsciously I haven't done that myself. So I'm definitely not trying to. Oh, that's not no whoops. I definitely am not trying to make some sort of deep political statement or say that I'm living off the grid or not part of the system. Da, 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 da. It's just something that's on my mind I've really wrestled with. I want to make a bigger difference. But maybe I already do. I don't know. Maybe I just take my life for granted, and because it is just, normal, I don't think of it as something fantastic and huge, but I think a lot of us don't really know the impact we have on our neighbors and brothers and sisters around us and on the world itself. We really need to be more conscious of that because we could either be horrified, whoa, that's cool, that's awesome, I cannot believe it just did that. It fired me right over. Oh my gosh, that's some fun fair. Everybody goes to the fair except me, and I'm sad about it. Anyway, I think we either be like disappointed and horrified at how selfish or like whatever we are, especially if we claim some sort of altruistic faith, and we're not just like, yeah, I'm cool with my self-centered capitalism, whatever. Like, you know, shopping is my religion, yo. But I think most of us don't do that. I think, or we might really be comforted by the fact that, wow, not that legal, humble bragging. I'm a great guy, but I'm okay. I think it would be just like, wow, I had no idea this person. So like, whenever someone tells me, Garvey, like, I really appreciate you, or like the impact. Like, somebody even just said to me, hey, you encourage me to like live life because you remind me that nothing is too hard. I was like, wow. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I do have cerebral palsy. Really mild case of it, so like I take it for granted. I have spasticity in my right hand and right arm, or right side of my body, pretty much. But I mean, I'd like to think you can't really tell. Like I'm pretty functional. I'm pretty functional. Gosh, what the heck? What am I doing wrong? I overshot it again. Like what the frickin'? So anyway, I'm pretty functional. So when people say things like that to me, I get I'm just reminded that there is a uniquecity to me that people don't have, and I need to be able to take advantage of that in a good way and use that to to oh, wow, I got really excited in that for no reason. Uh, sorry, I just got a I am from someone. And again, like wow, how funny! Like I just made she was like, well, you're funny. I'm like, oh, you're cute. Anyway, focus, focus. No, my brain literally. Oh, it's a tumbling. Well, hey, we're almost at a timer, so by almost I mean we have about 5 minutes. But still, I guess this is run again a Weird Al Albuquerque bunny trail of saying it. Guys, don't take your life for granted. Don't think you're unimportant. Don't think that the positivity you try and bring to people doesn't matter. Because maybe, and everyone, I know I do it. Sometimes I do something and I don't, and I kind of, well, I have good motives, like pure motives for it. One could say, there is the ego of like, oh man, I hope she really thanks me, or I hope he or she is really floored by it, and like sometimes I just don't get the response. I can think, oh man, that's right. Hey, whoa, 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 ego, out of the way, bro, because it's like you really check yourself and you realize what you did, and you're like, yeah, that matters. That's important. Like never ever, and it might take a long time. We're also in such a 6 minutes to microwave this. Who's got that kind of time? But even worse, society. So it's like you never know. Just wait, because then like years, months, hours later, somebody could say to you, "Hey, Garvey, that really did mean a lot to me," or "Hey, at the time I didn't thank you, but uh, what you did actually really helped me." So yeah, be cool. Be cool and beyond to everyone, guys. It's oh, excuse me. Oh, but what the heck? What was that? I'm sorry. I really didn't. What the heck was that? Acid reflux. I guess I better do a jig off the stage. Uh, Because you never know how much you could impact people. You never know that. you, you just never know. You never know. And don't be restricted by your ego. Don't do something and then don't do something with the expectation. I mean, we all do it. We all do it for the most part. But don't get hung up on it. Say you did something and you hope the cute girl would notice in a certain way. Don't stop doing cool and beyond just because you didn't get the desired effect right away or ever. Uh, yeah. So that's kind of my again. There's my sermon for the evening. Oh man, I hope everyone stuck around for that because that was hopefully yes, yes. Oh sweet mother, I made it finally. Yes, I'm out of the Ewok village. Yay! 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 Oh, oh, good. Yes, save point. Save point. I can go back. This is something I never took advantage of as a kid or until like just this playthrough. To be honest, I always forgot you could use Funky to go back and save, because right now I'd be like, oh man, I'm screwed. Now I'm gonna have to play off screen for hours and gonna go bald tonight. By the way, guys, I'm going bald at 29, so fun. I'm gonna go balder than I already am, or more bald than I already am. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. But thankfully, I remembered. Oh yeah, I can just take Funky's flights, go save in the mines, and go back to the Ewok village, the forest, foraging. And now I'm, oh yeah, Tarzan kinda. Ah, so fun. Yeah, he looks so thrilled. Yeah, here I go, vroom. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I was first like, oh my gosh, the hitbox on that, but no, 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 that was a fair death. But I got him right back. But I got him right back. Sorry. Wow, dinner really is coming back to give me some crap. He was just like, you know what? I am not happy being dissolved. Man, acid reflux and it's painful. I didn't think I got it that much, but I do. I do. I found myself burping, and you just heard me a couple minutes ago. Y'all probably thought, is he gonna lose a lung on video, on tape here? Is this really how it ends? Are we actually gonna witness someone choke? Should we? Oh my gosh. Or maybe not. Maybe you guys will just go, okay, video over. I'm done. Done with you. Done with you. Wow. But hey, that's okay. I think by this point, your views already counted. So if you want to leave now, go right ahead. I wouldn't blame you, cause this gets slightly ramble-tambly. I hit a nice tangent, go on it for a little while. Not even a tangent story. I go on it for a little while, and then all of a sudden, I just kind of vamp, 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 vamp. You know, like how the two-chord vamp on that one album from that one band. Oh, whoops. Okay. Whoop. Last dance for tonight, I think. Yeah. So after this death, I'm gonna pack it in, and I will check back with you guys tomorrow. I do believe I'll have time to post tomorrow. It's Friday, so oh no, that's not a reference. I don't even know why. It's not like it's dirty or anything, but like, weird reference and not a pop culture reference. It's just stupid. It's not even a good one to me. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So no, it's Friday, and I think I'll have time. So yeah. Again, thanks for watching, everybody. It's so cool to like hop on this thing and see like a bunch of views from all over the world too. It's exciting. It's encouraging to do this thing. Right now, it's not exactly a full-time job, but hey, who knows, man? Who knows? Again, please check out my Patreon. Tweet me, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Talk to you guys. Thanks, you guys. I love you all. Bye-bye.